The U.S. State Department has approved Washington's latest draft of proposed weapons sales to the Middle East, with Saudi Arabia, Jordan and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, preliminarily approved for deals, if they are not blocked by U.S. Congress. The sales come at a time of heightened tensions with Iran, and as the UAE has seen a rare string of attacks claimed by the Houthis, a rebel group that is Saudi-led military coalition, of which the UAE is a member, continues to fight in Yemen. Saudi Arabia has been regularly targeted by Houthi missile and drone attacks in recent years. Keep reading. List of 3 items. List 1 of 3 U.S. sells $200 million in weapons to Egypt despite human rights abuses. List 2 of 3 groups urge Biden to hold $735 million weapons sale to Israel. List 3 of 3 blot on Powell's record, lies to the UN about Iraq's weapons. End of list. The United States has said it will continue to support the defense capabilities of its allies in the region, notably Saudi Arabia and the UAE, and has emphasized arms sales as one avenue for that support. However, President Joe Biden announced in February last year that the U.S. was ending support for offensive operations by the Saudi-led coalition in Yemen and all relevant arms sales. Advocates and legislators have since decried the approval of a $650 million sale of air-to-air missiles to Saudi Arabia in November as undermining that pledge. The most recently approved sales to Saudi Arabia include 31 communication and navigation terminals at a cost of $23.7 million to upgrade the kingdom's missile defense system, according to the Pentagon. The State Department approved the UAE to buy $65 million worth of spare parts for its Homing All-the-Way Killer, HAWK, phased array tracking radar to intercept on-target, Patriot, and terminal high-altitude area defense, THAAD, missile defense systems. This sale supports the UAE's existing ability to deter and defend against hostile threats by maintaining the operational readiness of critical air defense systems, the Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency said in a public notice. This proposed sale will support the foreign policy and national security of the United States by helping to improve the security of an important regional partner, it said. The agency also approved Jordan's request for 12 F-16C Block 70 fighter jets, radios, targeting pods and associated munitions components including guided missile tail kits. The prime contractor for the jets is Lockheed Martin Corporation. The approval by the State Department does not indicate that contracts have been signed or that negotiations have concluded. Congress can also pass legislation to block the proposed deals, an arduous process that requires simple majorities in both chambers. The president could then veto the legislation, which would require a 2/3 majority vote by both chambers to override. In some situations, U.S. presidents are able to legally sidestep the congressional review. In 2019, the Trump administration invoked a provision of the 1976 Arms Export Control Act, which allows a president to bypass Congress if they believe a sale is a necessity for national security, to sell $8 billion worth of precision-guided missiles and warplanes to Saudi Arabia. Countries in the Middle East accounted for nearly half of all U.S. arms exports between 2016 and 2020, according to an analysis by the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. The region was the fastest-growing overall importer of arms during the period. During Biden's first year, overall U.S. arms sales dipped by 21% in the 2021 fiscal year compared with the previous year, as the administration has shifted away from Trump's more aggressive sales practices. The Biden administration is also in the midst of conducting a review of its arms transfer policy, which Biden is reportedly hoping to shift to put a greater emphasis on human rights, a key campaign promise.